What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Saturday, January... Apparently it's Saturday, January 11th. We are going to do a little pan fishing on Long Lake, Manitowoc County, Wisconsin. And this lake has special panfish regulations on it. I always get asked a lot about the regulations on this lake and how you find that and what they are. So there's the general fishing regulations, which are 25 fish per day per person is the general Wisconsin panfish regulation. But there's a lot of lakes that have special panfish regulations, and Manitowoc County especially has a lot of lakes that have special panfish regulations. Generally because they're smaller lakes, they see a lot of pressure from fishermen. So it's really to protect the lake, to protect these species of fish in these lake from being overfished and whatnot. So I'll show you guys how to go look that stuff up. It's actually quite easy. I'll show you guys right now how to go look that stuff up. All right, so we're gonna go to trusty old Google. We're gonna type in Wisconsin DNR lakes, and this first link here, we're gonna click that one, scroll on down. They got this find a lake tool, and here we can search any lake. I just searched Long Lake before, so that popped up. You can search statewide. It's gonna pull up a ton of long lakes. There's a bazillion long lakes in Wisconsin. So we're gonna search by county, go down to Manitowoc County and hit search. Brings us to the overview page. There's a whole lot of information in here, but for looking up the fishing regulations on this lake, we'll scroll on down to fishing regulations. Click that, and it's gonna pull up the regulations of every fish species on here. So like this lake, you know, northern pike, you can keep 2 fish. They gotta be over 26 inches. This is very typical of lakes south of Highway 10 in Wisconsin. But as far as this video, the panfish regulations, come on down here to panfish. So bluegill, pumpkin seed, sunfish, crappie, and yellow perch. Those are all different species of panfish, right? So being able to identify your bluegill versus a sunfish, those are 2 different species. Keep that in mind. But open all year round. No minimum length limit. Daily bag limit is 15. So 15 panfish may be kept, but only 5 of any one species. So that's why you see guys out on Long Lake keeping 5 bluegills, 5 crappie. It's kind of hard to find perch out there. They are in there, but you can keep 5 perch, and you could keep 5 sunfish. If you run into sunfish, you could keep those. Once in a while, I run into yellow bass out there. So rock yellow and white bass, no minimum length limit, and the daily bag limit is unlimited. So you can keep as many yellow bass out of there as you want. Allegedly, back in the day, there used to be a ton of yellow bass in that lake, and they did have a winter die-off, which either wiped them out or knocked them down. But seems like the population is kind of starting to develop again out there. But that's basically it. It's super easy to go on here and find this information. It's a quick Google search. It'll take you 10 seconds to pull up the regulations on whatever lake you're going to that day. So you're always in the know. It's really helpful. But that's really it. So it's always a really good idea to always double check the fishing regulations on the body of water that you plan on going to. Even if you've been there before, or say you were there last year, or and now it's the next year and you're going, like, those regulations change. So it's never a bad idea to always double check those regulations before you head out. So, you know, knowledge is power, right? So it's helpful knowing before you go. Anyway, so I've got maybe like an hour and a half to fish yet today. We're gonna go try to get some fish topside. Stay with me. All right, weapon of choice.
Kind of like a, sort of like a fire tiger, mostly chartreuse though. It's a little greenish, yellowish plastic. Oh, I missed him. Swing and a miss. Here comes one. Crappie. It's pretty little. We're sending them back. Here one comes. Oh, dude, they're just thumping hard. So my jig's kind of sitting vertical. You can see that. I'm gonna take that and fix your knot so it sits horizontal like that. Much more gooder. I'm gonna keep chasing this school of fish around. Not gonna sit around because I don't have much time. I'm really just chasing this school around. Hey, sometimes it works though. This one's nice. Yeah. There we go. It's a beautiful crappie. Hello. Got him. Not a big one. He's eatable. Yeah. There we go. Beautiful bluegill. That's a good fish. Holy smokes, I got one. Yeah. Little guy. Alright, thanks for playing, buddy. Guess you got a meal. Okay, bye now. There's a good one. Just a fighter. Oh yeah. This is a good fish. Oh, just a fighter. Oh, he's not big, but he's over 7 inches. So he can be cleaned. little crappie. Little guy. Okay, bye now, thanks for playing. Little crappies. Final. Or not yet. Okay, final. Oh, that might be it. Who's hungry? Are you hungry? Who's hungry? You guys are hungry? There you go. Eat them up. Little kittens. Pretty slow day. I think those fish are getting like really pressured out there. Stupid finicky. Had to work for every bite. And when they did bite, they're just nipping the tail. So it's extremely frustrating. A lot of cussing was done. I'm gonna unload my stuff, charge up things, whatever. We're gonna clean fish tomorrow and maybe cook them up right away. All right, see you guys tomorrow. All right, guys, it is tomorrow. I'm out here in the garage. Here's our catch from yesterday. Got 2 bluegills and 2 crappies that I kept. Threw back a handful of smaller ones. We're gonna clean these up. We're gonna do it a little bit different today. Got a scaler. So I think what we're gonna do today is scale these fish, flay them, keep the skin on, and pan fry them. I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. So we're gonna go and get after it. So this scaling tool is super slick. It's like effortless. That's it. No mess hardly. This little plastic thing really does a good job at catching all the scales. Pretty slick. I really like this scaling tool a lot. My wife got it for me. This plastic shroud really keeps all the scales from flying up. So a lot of times they stick right in here. Everything kind of just went back down. It really leaves almost no mess. You know, if you put a placemat down directly under the fish, everything stays right there. So I really love this scaler. Really does a good job. I really recommend this. That's a 7 1/4 inch bluegill. Nothing wrong with that. See, it's pretty much transparent. Let's see right through that. Did an excellent job. Wasting no meat. Go ahead and pinballs out. Oh, we could trim the tail off. Some people keep that on. Fries up real crispy. But there's our bluegill fillet. Scaled. Beautiful. Totally boneless. Can taste it already. That's a nice bluegill. Is any bigger, I'd have tossed him back. It was about as big as I'll keep. I think he was 8 1/4. All right, got our fillets all rinsed off. We're just gonna go and put these on some paper toweling and kind of get them semi-dried off here. All right, fillets are all pat dried off. Let's go ahead, I got a little bit of oil in a pan. Go ahead and heat that up. But let's season these. We're just gonna use a little salt and a little pepper. Nothing too fancy here. Fillets are all seasoned. Oil's heating up. Won't be long now, boys. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and toss them in. Always see how much they'll shrink right up. Yeah, the temp up a little too high. A little bit hot. That's okay. I've always struggled with, you know, when I keep the skin on, they always curl up because that skin really like tightens up and it'll curl that fillet. Probably won't have that issue if I didn't keep the skin on, but still different. Still tastes fine. So they're done when it starts flaking with a fork. So you see I can kind of just do this and it starts flaking apart. That's how you know it's done. Oh yeah. Oh, my French fries finally finished. But here's the real dish right here. Our bluegill and crappie. That was supposed to be a fish flip, that didn't work. Let's try it again. Yeah, look at that. That looks great. Oh yeah. Kind of hard to do this one-handed. Honestly, it doesn't even need anything. Between the salt and the pepper and the oil, dude, that is phenomenal. I don't know if you guys have any recommendations when you keep the skin on, how to keep them from curling. I don't do it this way very often. Every time I have, it curls. It doesn't matter, it tastes great. The texture is a little different. Some guys claim that
all the flavors in the skin, which I don't know that that's true, but I will say that there's like a very, very subtle hint of something in the skin that makes it taste a little bit different. Very subtle, but anyway, I'm gonna mow down. Dude, this is phenomenal. Oh yeah, see, that's very done. See how flaky it is. So good. This is why we do what we do. This right here, this is the trophy, right? So this is what it's all about, guys, right? Going out and providing for yourself, like on your own, it's like a very rewarding thing, right? So I'm gonna polish this all off because it's so good. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.